friends, today I'm gonna show you how to make these roses. You can make them in different colors. You can make them in red, peach, pink, just how I made it. Or you can also make it in purple, blues, or yellow, or some other colors that you'd like. I believe that the pattern is quite easy, so even if you're a beginner, you will be able to make this. I will show you how to crochet the petals and also the sepal, and also how to assemble them step by step. So that's it. Let's just go to the tutorial. For this tutorial, I will be using a 3mm hook from Tulip, and then I'm also using a 4-ply milk cotton yarn, and this is the milk cotton that I'm using. I will be crocheting a rose in a red color, and let's get started. We're gonna start with a slip knot. This is how I usually do slip knot, and we're gonna tighten it, and then for the first row we're gonna do 40 chain. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. After we finish 40 chain, we're gonna add another chain just to become our pillar chain, and then we're gonna continue to the second row, and for the second row we're going to do 40 double crochet, and we're gonna start with the second loop from the hook. So we're gonna start creating double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook to the second loop, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through. So we're gonna create 40 double crochet, and we're gonna continue in the next loop. Another double crochet, we're gonna do another double crochet, 3, 4, 5, 38, 39, and the last one, 40. So now we have 40 double crochet on every single loop. So we have finished row 2, and we're gonna continue to the row 3. We're gonna do another chain, and we're gonna turn our work, and then we're gonna insert 39 double crochet increase and 1 double crochet at the end. So we're just gonna do 39 double crochet increase first. So that means we're gonna insert the first double crochet in this first loop, 1, and an increase means 2 double crochet in the same loop. So we're gonna do another 1, 2, and then we're gonna continue to the next loop, this one, and we're gonna insert 2 double crochet in there as well, 1, 2. So we have done 2 double crochet increase. We're gonna work on until we have 39. So now we already have 2. We're gonna work on the third one, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 37, 38, 39. 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet into the same loop. So we have 39 double crochet increase so far. We're gonna do 1 double crochet into this last stitch. Be sure to get both of the loop, and that's the last double crochet of the third row. So now we have 79 double crochet in total. We're gonna continue to row 4. We're gonna create 1 more chain, and then we're gonna turn, and then now we're gonna create double crochet increase and skip 1. So we're gonna create double crochet in this one, 1 double crochet, and then we're gonna create another double crochet in the same loop. So that's double crochet increase, and then we're gonna skip 1. That would be the pattern for this row 4, and we'll just continue repeating that for 39 times. So skip 1, double crochet increase, and then we're gonna skip another one. We're gonna do another double crochet increase, and we're gonna skip another one, another double crochet increase, skip another one. So now we have created 4. We're gonna continue until we have 39. 5, 6, don't forget to skip, 38, 39. After you finish 39 of double crochet increase and skip 1, there's gonna be skip hole here. We're gonna have 2 stitches left, and we're gonna do skip 1 on this one, and then we're gonna insert double crochet increase on the last one. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. Okay, so now we have 80. We have 80 double crochet, and then we're gonna finish this row 4, and then we're gonna continue to row 5. So for row 5, we are gonna have different patterns. There will be 4, but for the first pattern we're only gonna be doing it once, and this pattern would be chain 3, and then we're gonna turn our work, and then we're gonna insert treble crochet into this loop, this one right here. So 3 chain, and then we're gonna yarn over twice, insert the hook, pull over, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1 treble crochet. Now we have 3 chain and 1 treble crochet in 1 single stitch, and then we're gonna continue to the next stitch. We're gonna work treble crochet 3 times into the 3 next stitch. So 1 treble crochet, 1 treble crochet, and 1 treble crochet. So let's continue again. Yarn over twice, insert to the next loop, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Another treble crochet into the next loop, this one. So now we have 2, and then we're gonna do another treble crochet. So in total we will have 3 treble crochet. So this is the first one, this is the chain 3 and treble crochet, and then we have 3 treble crochet, and then we're gonna do a treble crochet in the next loop, and then we're gonna chain 3. After that we are going to insert the hook into the same loop with a treble crochet, and then we're gonna do slip stitch, pull through, and then pull through again. So this is the first pattern, this is finished, and for the next pattern we're gonna repeat this 4 times, and for the next pattern we're gonna do slip stitch to the next loop. So 1 slip stitch, and then we're gonna do 3 chain, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do treble crochet into the same loop that we just did, the slip stitch. So we're gonna do treble crochet, and we're gonna do 1 treble crochet into the next loop. And then for the next one we are going to do everything in this 1 stitch, which is going to be 1 treble crochet, and then we're going to do picot stitch. Picot stitch is basically just 1 chain, and then if you see this loop, this is where we're gonna insert our hook, these 2 loop. I'm gonna show you again. So that's basically the 2 ends of the treble crochet. So we're gonna create chain 1, and that's how we are gonna do picot stitch. We're gonna insert the hook into these 2 loops. We're gonna do a slip stitch. So that is your picot stitch. I'm gonna show you again on the next one, and then now we're gonna do treble crochet into the same loop. Let's do 1 treble crochet into the same loop, and now we're gonna do treble crochet into the next loop. So 1 treble crochet, and then now we're gonna do another treble crochet with 3 chain into the next loop. So treble crochet into the next loop, and then we're gonna do 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna slip stitch into the same hook, into the same loop. So we're just gonna slip stitch. So this is the second pattern. As you can see, it's different from the first one because we have the picket stitch in the middle, and we're gonna repeat this 3 more times. So in total we will have 4. So now we have finished the second pattern. We still have 2 more patterns. The next pattern we're also gonna do 4 of this. So we're just gonna continue. So we're also gonna go slip stitch into the next loop, and then we're gonna chain 3, treble crochet into the same loop, and then we're gonna do 2 treble crochet into the next 2 loops. So treble crochet in the next loop, 1, treble crochet into the next loop, 2. That's a 2 treble crochet. Now we're gonna do treble crochet, picot stitch, and treble crochet into the next loop. So treble crochet into the next loop, chain 1, make picot stitch, and then we're gonna do another treble crochet into the same loop. After that, we're going to do treble crochet into the next 2 loops. So 1 treble crochet into the second one, 2 treble crochet. So that's 2 loops, 1 each, 1 treble crochet each. And we're gonna do 1 treble crochet into the next loop, 3 chain, and slip stitch into the same loop. So this is how the next pattern is going to look like. If you compare it to the previous pattern, the current pattern is longer, and we're gonna do 3 more of this, so we will have 4. So now we have 4. We have the first pattern, which we only did once, this one, and then we have 4 of this one for the second pattern, and then now we have 4 of the third pattern. And for the next pattern, we're gonna continue until we finish this at the end. For the next pattern, we are going to slip stitch to the next loop, chain 3, treble crochet into the same loop. Then we're gonna create 3 treble crochet into the next 3 loops. So 1 treble crochet into the next loop, another 1 onto the next loop, this is 2, another 1 into the next loop, this is 3 treble crochet. So we have 3 treble crochet in the next 3 loops. Now we're gonna do treble crochet into the next loop, chain 1, we are gonna make picot stitch, we're gonna create another treble crochet into the same loop, then we're gonna do another 3 treble crochet into the next 3 loops, 1 treble crochet into the next loop, this is the first one, another 1 treble crochet into the next loop, this is the second one, and the third one in the next loop, 1 treble crochet. And then we're gonna finish it off with 1 treble crochet into the next loop, 3 chain, and slip stitch at the base in the same loop. So this is how the 4th pattern looks like. Each pattern will be longer than the previous one, as you can see here. This is longer than this one, maybe wider, not longer, wider, and this is wider than this one, So we're gonna continue this 2 more times. So for the last pattern, we're gonna do it 3 times. So now we only have 1 loops left in our work, and we're gonna finish it off with 1 treble crochet into the next loop, chain 3, and slip stitch into the same loop. So that's the end of our work. We're just gonna have to chain 1 to fasten off. and then we cut it. I usually don't cut too long. I would just leave around 3 centimeters maybe. And then after that, we're just gonna pull this out. So this is our rose finish. So now we have finished our rose petals. Now we're gonna work on our rose sepals. And we are gonna use green yarn for this. And we're gonna make a magic ring. If you don't know how to create a magic ring, you can watch my other tutorials where I would explain it in more details. But I usually just do it like this. I would wrap the yarn on my fingers and cross it over and insert my hook like this and just create a chain. So that's our magic ring. And into this magic ring, we're gonna work 6 single crochet into the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After we have finished 6 single crochet into the magic ring, we're gonna grab the shorter tail end and then we're gonna pull it. That would make the circle smaller. You don't need to pull it super tight because we're gonna insert our floral stem in the middle here, so it's okay. And now we're gonna slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch. Gonna slip stitch. I'm gonna bring this yarn over so I can weave the end as I go. So that is 6 single crochet into the magic ring. That's row 1 finished. Now we're gonna work on to the second row, and in the second row we're gonna do single crochet increase in each loop. We're gonna chain 1, and so now we're gonna insert 2 single crochet into the next loop. 1. After you create 1 single crochet, you can add a stitch marker here to make it easier for you to find the next in the next round. So that's 1 single crochet, and we're gonna create another single crochet into the same loop. 2. So that's the first increase. We're gonna do 5 more. This is the second increase. We're gonna do the third one. 2 single crochet in the same loop. Fourth, 2 single crochet in the same loop. Fifth, 1, 2, and then we're gonna insert another 2 single crochet into the 6th stitch. 1, 2. And once you have done 6 single crochet increase, we're gonna take this off and we're gonna do slip stitch into this stitch with the stitch marker. So it's gonna be this one. So we're gonna do slip stitch and chain 1. And that is the end of row 2. And now we're gonna continue to row 3. For row 3, we're gonna do 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet increase, repeat 6 times. So at the end of the row, we will have 18 stitches. On the second row, we have 12. So let's start on the row 3. We're gonna insert a single crochet into the next loop. And we can place our stitch marker again. And now we're gonna do single crochet increase. 1, 2. I'm gonna repeat this 5 more times. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet increase. That's 2. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next loop, and another single crochet into the same loop. That's 3 single crochet. The next one is increase, so that's 5. We're gonna do another one. 1 single crochet and increase. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, actually only did 5, so we have 1 more. So this is the 6th stitch. Single crochet, and the next one is increase. 2 single crochet in 1 loop. And then we're gonna take off our stitch marker and we're gonna slip stitch into the stitch marker and chain 1. That's the end of row 3. For row 4, we're just gonna work 18 single crochet all around, and we're gonna start with inserting single crochet into the next loop. We can also mark this again to make it easier for us to find it later. And then we're gonna create 18 single crochet. So I already created 1, 2, 3, 4, 17, 18. So now we have 18 single crochet, and we're gonna slip stitch into this marker. Slip stitch, and that is row 4 finish. Now we are going to continue to row 5. So for row 5, we're gonna start by making 9 chain. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we have 9 chain, and we're gonna start working from the second loop from the hook. So we're gonna work 2 slip stitch from here. So that's 1 slip stitch here, and into the next loop we're gonna work on another slip stitch, and then we're gonna work 1 single crochet, and then we're gonna work 2 half double crochet. So that's 1, and then onto the next loop we're gonna work another half double crochet, and we're gonna work 2 double crochet into the next 2 loops. So 1 double crochet into this loop and another one into the second loop after that. And for the last chain space here, we are gonna work 1 treble crochet. So 1 treble crochet. This is how it's gonna look after you finish working the 9 chain. And now we are going to skip 2 stitches. So this is the loop where we start our chain. If you pull this chain will get pulled. So we're gonna skip 2 chain, not including this one, because this is where we work on. So we're gonna skip 2, which is 1 and then 2. So we're gonna skip 2 and we're gonna insert to the 3rd loop, and then after that we're gonna slip stitch here. So that's the pattern done. We're gonna repeat this 5 more times, so in total we will have 6 of this kind of thing. We're gonna create chain 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, slip stitch into the second loop, another slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, another half double crochet, another double crochet, and treble crochet. So now we're gonna skip 2 and we're gonna end it up on the 3rd chain, which connect with this first part. So we're gonna slip stitch into this one, and we're gonna chain 1 to fasten off and cut off the yarn. So now we're going to pull this out, and this is how our sepal looks like. So I'm gonna show you how to assemble the piece. So we have our rose here. You're gonna want to grab this shorter end. Do you remember the pattern? So we have this pattern that looks like this. This is where you want to grab. So we're gonna grab this, and you're also gonna want to grab your floral stem, and we're gonna put it like this. And we're gonna grab our hot glue gun, which I already heat up here. We're gonna just give a generous amount of hot glue gun. And then we're gonna fold it into this direction. And then we're gonna hold it in place for a couple of seconds until it cools down, until it settles and there's no excess glue coming out. And basically after this, we want to just roll the rose like this. So this will be like the middle part of the rose, this one. And I'm gonna roll it to this direction. Okay. So I'm just gonna add hot glue gun here. So when I roll it, it can stay in place. So we're doing it like this. I'm gonna hold it in place for a couple of seconds. And then we're gonna add more. And we're gonna roll it again. You can try to make it level at the bottom here, and that's how you will get the shape that is even. I'm gonna hold it in place for a couple of seconds. So that's how your rose is going to look like. So now we have this done, and we also have our sepal. I'm gonna cut this shorter so we can hide it inside like this. And now I'm going to insert this floral wire into the middle part, like this part here. And that's how we're gonna. So now I have inserted this like this. We're just gonna push it out. We can also shorten this tail, the red tail, so we can hide it inside like that. Then we're gonna push it up like this. So basically this is what is going to cover your rose. To make it prettier, you can hide this fold, this connecting part, with a sepal like this. You can give a generous amount just to make sure that it's not too messy. Okay. So I'm securing it like that. And then after that, you can also add more hot glue gun at the bottom here and push it up like that. Gonna add more hot glue gun here. And we're gonna push it up like that. You can secure like the sepals a little bit at the bottom, but I like to leave the top part so they still flop open like this, because I think they look more natural that way, instead of them just kind of like being glued all the way to the top. So that's what I like to do. Feel free to do however you like it. And also this one. For the next part, you want to wrap the work with green yarn just to finish off the stem. Just make sure it's tight. I usually like to tighten it at the bottom, and then I will push it up like that. Then wrap it a couple more times at the base just to make it like bigger like that. If you can see, it's a little bit like of a triangle shape. And then we're gonna go down slowly and start wrapping our green tail. We want to wrap the yarn neatly so it looks more finished. Just make sure that it doesn't really bubble up anywhere, and you want to make sure it's tight. So at the end, when you're almost finished, I would put hot glue gun there, and then we're just gonna wrap it again like that. Hold it in place for a couple of seconds, and then you can cut off the tail. I personally don't like the look of this at the end, so what I usually do is put more hot glue gun and just kind of wrap it around. Just kind of wrap it around with the tip. And once it cools down a little bit, I'm gonna use my hand and my fingers to kind of neaten it a little bit. And that's how the edge would look like. I think they look pretty clean. And our rose is finished.